Good morning, and guess what? I'm out on Salmon Safari again. It's almost the end of the season, so I booked myself one last day, and I'm here at Styford Hall in Northumberland near Corbridge. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning estate, and in the autumn with all the fall colours showing, it just looks amazing. I can't wait to get down to the river. The river is up a bit today. There has been some water coming, I think, from the South Tyne, so the level might be quite high. It is dropping off, but ideally I could have been doing with being here tomorrow, but then I'm never really fishing when the conditions are right, so we're just going to make the best of it. I did ring the gilly yesterday to ask if there's any advice, anything I needed to know before I came, and his first words were, have you got a spinning rod? So I'm like, well, I do, but I've never actually spun for salmon before. So anyway, hopefully there's some pools that we can fish with the fly. In the meantime, so I'm pretty excited to be here today. This beat produces the largest fish on the Tyne. Last week there was a 22 pound I caught. And I can just see a glimpse of the river through the trees there. And it looks like there's quite a flow to it, and it does look quite high like. So the river sure is up. I don't imagine it always comes right up to the banks like this. Anyway, to your good health, salmon. I'll give you a generous portion today in light of the circumstances and difficult conditions. Cheers. To your good health, to the salmon's good health, to the spirit of the salmon's good health. To your good health, Carla.
But as it happens, it worked out because I ended up here. And who's got a better view off his window?
I know. I do like to be out. That's why I like me fishing, I think, you know, because it's an excuse to come. I mean, how else do you get into a place like this? Unless you work here, you know what I mean? So if I've had a few days like this and just going to different estates and that, and it's nice just to be let loose and just, you know, go and explore the river. But that looks lush. I like to look at this pool.
No, you have got a wading stick, haven't you?
I have, aye.
Aye, because you'll definitely need it near. If you follow that path there, brings you in by the tree, you've got to hug the bankside. And it's all stones like this. It's the old flood defences out here that got washed into the river. You'll stand on a stone and it'll give it that, and then there'll be a hole behind it. At this height, you've got to get out here. Normally you would wade a bit further down and come out the next set of steps, but this height,
out here.
because there's a hole around there somewhere, just be careful on that one.
Alright, so here's our setup. I'm actually fishing two flies today. On the bottom I've got this red Francis. I've got the fast sinking tip on, and then I've got a dropper with the blue fly. Blue and silver thing here, just because I haven't had a sea trout yet, and I maybe hoping I might pick up a sea trout. The river's obviously high, but it is dropping a little bit, and it's a lot lower than it was yesterday. There's 3 rods on the other bank there, and that was Eck just giving me the show. Eck, the gamekeeper, giving me the tour of the water. It's an amazing place, like, I must admit. It looks super fishy. So he told me not to use this one, to go in the next one down and then go down to the tree. It's a weir there in the fish pass. Okay, here we go, first steps into the river. It's a much better day for casting today. Got pretty much no wind at all. It's very nice. So encouragingly, there's a fish just jumped about a rod length away just in front of me. Alright, I've done that first pull. That was really deep at the end there. The gamekeeper did say it was going to get deep at the bottom, and it totally did. I didn't like it, to be honest. So I've come out of there quite early, and I'm going to go back and do pull number 2. This one's a lot slower and calmer, and it's supposed to be a sandy bottom as well, so that last one, the wading was kind of rough. I took my red Francis off, put on a red flamethrower. So it's not going all that well today. I'm casting like a tool. I don't know what's happening. My rhythm's gone, and the more I try and fix it, the worse it's getting. I've turned to drink, see if that might relax me and make me better. Yesterday when I was fishing in the Coca yesterday, it was really windy, yet with my switch rod I was able to just like ping it out wherever I wanted it to go. But I don't know what it is about the bigger river. I'm maybe trying too hard. I know you're supposed to like not put any effort into a spear cast. I don't know, I'm going to have to try and go back to basics. I'm going to get a lesson, I'm going to get another lesson and get this sorted out, because I feel like I'm not doing myself justice being here and not being able to cast as well as I could. It's really annoying, because I know I can do better than this. Maybe a shot of whiskey and some pie might sort me out. I feel bad, I'm a baker and I'm eating a Sainsbury's pie. Right, here we are. This is the next one he took me to fish. Pull number 5, I don't know what it's called. I've had a very stiff word with myself. I've decided I'm not going to keep on messing around like I have been. So I'm going to stop all this crap casting shenanigans and start to get the most out of my day. I want to get down to the serious business of catching a fish. Apparently the fish lie on the far bank. In the normal circumstances, if you're wading out in the middle and casting across. But with it being so high, I'm not going to get that far. Hopefully with the water being up, the fish might be more dispersed. Right, I've just had an epiphany when I was wading out here. So what happened to me is, when I come to a place like this, I forget about fishing. So I forget that I'm actually like hunting a fish. And I get sort of like absorbed with like casting, I think. I just need to forget the casting and then just think about the fishing, and then when I do that, I find it natural that the casting comes. So there is a chance that, I mean, like I said, normally the fish are over there on the far bank, which is going to be way out of range. So I'm just going to fish the water that's available to me. I've changed back to a sink tip, and I've got my 2 flies set up on again. Let's just hope that a fish is within range. It does feel kind of fishy. It doesn't fully feel switched on, the river. I've seen a few fish moving, but not as many as I did at Dilston. But then there has been a big spate. And I think after that it takes time to get going. The colour of the river's good. Yeah, look, I'm getting to the bottom, so that's an encouraging sign. I'm getting the right depth. The fish are going to be at the bottom. Alright, I think the strong word for myself has worked. I feel like I'm in a better frame of mind now. I'm now hunting for fish. Subsequently, my casting's better. I wish I'd gone for a wee before I waded into here. The water is decidedly cold these days. And I just had another coffee. exactly where that fish was before. There. I was stripping it back. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I was stripping it back and it just got a nibble. And it's always a tricky one in that situation, whether you give it a second or you just give it a little tug. Or anyway, I give it a second. I probably should have tried and set the hook. I think often when they're chasing the fly, in my experience, I've had a couple of grills where I've been just pulling the fly along the bottom and they've come and tugged and I've just kept stripping, and the action of just gently stripping has just set the hook itself. There, I let it have it. Alright, it's good to know. It's good to know there's fish about. If I really rip a cast, I can almost get it across to those trees, like, so I am covering the fish. But funnily enough, the one that nibbled was here, just straight downstream with me. I'm bang in the middle of the river at the moment, but I feel like if I go any further across that way, I just get slightly lifted up, which is an unfortunate sensation. I really smash one out if we can get over there. I actually think the key to this rod might be a little bit of violence. It actually, you've got to rip it a bit. I wasn't just out from the depth. There are a few salmon starting to show quite regularly now around the area where my fly is at the moment. So feel free, salmon. Feel free to take now before I have to go back to the bank and have a wee. I think I can just can maybe manage about 3 more casts before I can't anymore, and there might be a situation. Look, if you really rip it, pings out. It's lovely, yeah. Don't know what I was up to before. I totally lost the plot with my casting before. I lost my rhythm and everything. I think I was thinking too much about it. Get in. Right, come on, lad. Keep you cool. So we're getting head shakes. And again, I don't think it's massive, but again, it hasn't fully revealed itself, so I'll just exercise a little caution, as usual. To me, it's important just to see them. I don't know, maybe it's pretty heavy, and it's staying low, and it's coming to life a bit now, and it's weird. Yeah, it's not tiny. Still say this is better than Russian hookers. Net does not want to play it. There we go. ready. Bloody on, I think. Right, fishy. Let's see if I bring you up. It's just sitting at the bottom. Right. Come up, you come. Right, my next job is to get a lanyard on my net. You don't want to come in, do you? He's like, no mate, I have nothing to do with you. It's very coloured. I hope it's a sea trout, because I've never had a sea trout yet. Keep my fingers out the way of the reel. It's pretty strong, like, and it's getting downstream of me. That's not good. I think it's a salmon. I'll lever it back up a bit. Strong fish. So I just gotta let the rod do the work here. I've got 15-pound tippet on again today, so if I play this smart, I should be okay. Oh, it's not very like. It's want to run upstream at the moment. Actually looked quite a silverfish there. It's certainly strong. God, this is so much fun. Oh, it's pretty big. It's not silver, like, it's really coloured, but its flanks look quite silvery, but then it's so coloured it looks like it's got a red set of fins. They look really cool, like. Come on. Oh, it's right at my feet. Oh, it's huge and it's really silver. Bloody hell. Oh, God, it's a gorgeous fish. Let's get this one in the net. This is a beautiful fish, this one. Oh, how strong is it though? It's unbelievable. Got one. Yeah, I think I've got it. Nice fish. Oh, it's a big cockfish is what it is. Yeah, I lost the advantage. Got away downstream. I know I do, don't I? It's a steelhead net. My thing is, I had a net. Oh, this is a good fish. I had a guy net. I don't know. Yeah, I lost my guy net, you see, and then I replaced it with this one. Because I thought a lot of the places I fish normally they would fit in. A crooked fish would fit in here.
Decent size, though.
Oh, I think. I know. Go on,
That's a big catfish.
That's a big catfish, yeah.
It's not going in that net. Maybe one Sunday.
I'll tell you what, I can walk him back. I'll walk him back. He's nice, isn't he? Alright, go on, I'll slowly walk him back the bank.
You will? I don't want you to see, he's got it now. That first one?
First one today?
First one today?
No, it's not my first. I have my first
no, I mean,
one.
like first one today, I thought it was
No, this is number 9. Number 9 per year, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And he's the biggest, like. Definitely the biggest. I feel like, he might scoop in from the back.
Try. Don't know.
Where is he?
Right, sticking in. I mean, unless
You
it
done?
fucking folds up sideways.
Over front, in reverse. I got him, I got the bank.
I got to tail it. Tail better than that. I better let this thing get tail.
You ready? No, bring what? Well done, that man. Oh, he's a nice fish, isn't he?
Good fish. Good fish. Cocked fish. We've got the scissors on here if you need them.
Can we stick him in the net? He will go in, go on. We'll put him in head
You got
first
him?
in the net. I've got him, yep. And then I get the forceps at him. We'll go in there, mate. There you are. I've got him. Right, we'll go and sort him out. Right, thank you.
Got these skizzers. Ali shrimp. Is it? Bit of
It's a red flamethrower, claret flamethrower.
I'll make it fly.
Get him on here.
I'll let you do it.
I'll just give you my rod. So that's the second outing from your rod, and I'll tell you what, I was struggling with it before, like I must admit. It's out tonight. Right, buddy. What weight do you reckon that is? Because that's my biggest fish by putting mine.
That's got 15 pound, right? No, 15, 16 pound.
There you go then, son. Look at the size.
Away.
Nice. Well, thank you for your help.
Right, well done.
That would have been a good laugh on my own, like, wouldn't it?
You would have struggled, I think.
I think I would have had to just drag him over there.
Drag him to the side. That's it. You're away. Well done.
Thank you very
It's
much.
nice to see you one.
Have you put?
I've had a pull right at the start in there. I've had 3 decent brownies and that's it. Yeah. That's a good too. Not just in here, eh?
Just in here, so I mean, I was waiting beyond where I was comfortable there, like, but
Yeah.
they are tight across that bank, but there was a few of them just a little bit further to us, yeah, but that one, he was right over.
No, well, I couldn't wade across here this morning. I got into about here and it was fucking impassable. So it's obviously dropped.
It's dropped, hasn't it?
It's dropped a
It
bit.
feels like it's dropping now,
Yeah.
even as I know.
Get another one.
I don't have a pee, man. I was, you know, when you're like, I can do 3 more casts, so I'll go for a pee. I was
You're in.
I was about 5. I don't know. Salmon on. What about this time? It's another flipping massive salmon. Oh, God, this is a big one. Oh wow. Definitely forget the Russian hookers. This is the excitement I need. Oh, it doesn't want to be caught. Oh, it doesn't want to stay here. Oh no. Okay. Oh, the knot of the leader was caught there for a second. Just caught in the end ring, which is never a good thing. God, Styford's got big salmon. So everybody's obviously sitting at home thinking you're going to need a bigger net, and well, don't worry. My next video I'm going net shopping. He wants to run. Bloody hell. They are so strong. Oh, he doesn't want that at all. He doesn't want that at all. Nah, he's away again. He's just diving for the bottom. Jesus. Oh, he's running now then. Alright, come on mate, we're gonna have to subdue you somehow. Nah, he said, I'm not being subdued by you, bitch. Wow. Oh wow, look at that beauty. Right, come on. Couple of wines more. Couple of wines more. Just tighten that a little. It's a henfish this time. Oh my. Yes. Yes. Get in. Wow. I've got her. Bloody hell, man. I told you should have gone before us. Right. Henfish this time. I'll get it for you, Peg. We're going to need the forceps. There we go. There we go, Hen, you're alright. You'll be alright. Come on then. Come on. There she goes. Even though Carla's not fishing today, there's plenty of places for her to sniff around and have some exercise, so I think she's having quite a nice day. She was made welcome this morning by the staff. So I think it's fair to say I'm having a good day here. I'm certainly enjoying it. This is another one of those cases where you just get let loose in somebody's estate, and without being an angler, like how else would you get the free roam of like a country estate? So it's lovely just being in this beautiful setting, and obviously having access to the river, and catching some salmon. So that was those two were both my personal bests, but you know, so it's it's good crack. Like I certainly enjoy my salmon fishing these days. I'm going to celebrate. I've got myself a nice cup of tea, and I'm going to have some salted caramel crispy squares, gluten-free, and also dairy-free, which was more important for me. But yeah, what a lovely place this is. It's absolutely beautiful. And I don't know what happened there. It felt like there was a moment when the river just switched on for a little bit. It's a certain intangible quality that you get when you're fishing. I've seen it a couple of times on the Corket when there's a certain red quality to the water, and it just feels like it's fishy. And it didn't necessarily feel like that this morning, but I think what's happened, the river's definitely dropping down. In fact, you could almost, when you're in the pool, you can almost like physically feel it going down, and when you look back at the banks, it's definitely like dropping quite quickly. So I think that's what it was. It just needed to find a way a little bit, and then that's just switched the fish on. Those were a cracking pair of salmon there. It was like Mr. and Mrs. Salmon, that. So that guy reckoned the first one was £15, and if the first one was £15, so was the second one, because it was the same size. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. Like I say, what's better than salmon fishing? Okay, so here we are at the top of the beat. This is such a fishy looking pool, and just as I was climbing down into it, there was a fish jump right in the middle, just over there. So I'm back just down to the single fly. I've got my fast sink tip leader on still, and I've got just the claret flamethrower. I took that second fly away. Doesn't seem like there's any interest from the sea trouts at all. I've not had one, so I've been fishing all season and I still haven't had a sea trout. That's a terrible catch. Right, come on, I'm not going to start this crap casting again. Right, I'm quite close to the bank. It drops off very quickly here. But I did just see another fish sort of head and tail over there. So that's me back from my trip to Styford, and I have to say it was very, very nice. What a lovely place. I mean, everything about it was just so polished. The pools, I mean, they were just, obviously the river was up today, so it was hard to distinguish, but the pools were distinct, which was just, it's lovely. And the post marker, everyone had a post marker. There was 19 of them, and pretty much in different conditions they would all be fishable. So yeah, it was just lovely. The banks were lovely, the access was brilliant, like steps down into the river and stuff like that. And Eck, the gamekeeper, was great, showed me the water, told me everything I needed to know. So yeah, absolutely no complaints. If you had to be really picky, and you value things like this, you could fold it on the fishing hut. The fishing hut looked like it had the Blair Witch living in it. It was a sketchy little like cobwebby hut. But you know what it is, who's going fishing to sit in a fishing hut? Not me for sure. So yeah, I couldn't fault the place. Yeah, it's £160 for the day. So it was an expensive day out, and I certainly won't be going back every week, but I'll be definitely going back next year. So yeah, would I go back? Absolutely. I can't wait. I'll be there next year, hopefully in September. The spirit of the salmon has been really kind to me, it really has. Those two fish today were just like, they were beauties. They were like Mr. and Mrs. Salmon, Mr. and Mrs. Autumn Salmon. I mean, the first one, it could easily be over £16. Could easily be over £16. It was massive and it was so strong. Yeah, honestly, it's brilliant. To get those two was fantastic. Again, I can't imagine the strength of like a 20 pound plus springer. I just can't imagine what it must be like. So hopefully that's for next year. We'll start thinking about that. But yeah, it's definitely getting towards the end of the season. It was very autumnal today. The water's getting cold. So my salmon fishing is going to be curtailed pretty soon, unfortunately. I will fish right at the end of the season, obviously, because you know I am a bit obsessed. But I am looking forward to getting my life back at the end of it. And there's a lot of things I've been putting on hold. So the descent into becoming a salmon bum is definitely happening. But yeah, hopefully the close season will be a reprieve from that. So yeah, thanks for coming along today. It was actually, what it reminded me of was going to St Andrews. It was like you could tell there's a long tradition of angling there, and I think there was some fishing writer wrote about it as well. I might see if I can get hold of. I do like an old fishing book, so I'll see if I can get hold of that. And then I can be a little bit forewarned and forearmed next year when I go. If I owned that estate, I would be a happy bunny. I really would, and I wouldn't be sharing the fishing with anybody. It would be only select acquaintances would be allowed to come and fish, because I would be fishing it every single day.